This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so last session we did the ad hoc commands where we wanted to run one task basically. One task means one modules and that too in the local host and then machine, remote machine using inventory or something like that. So this was the last thing we did. Now the same thing we are going to do using playbook. Why? Uh, the difference is the only the playbook and ad hoc commands. Here you will run multiple tasks, and when you want to run multiple tasks, in that case, ad hoc commands will not help because let's say if you want to run 40 multiple tasks, how many times you will run the command? That's very irritating, right? So you will write a batch script sort of it and then run it in one go. That is where the playbook is coming. So what is a playbook? So playbook is nothing but a YAML file. Yes. So you have to learn a little bit of YAML as well. YAML nowadays is being used in the Kubernetes a lot also. Docker, Kubernetes and all kind of things. So it's a YAML file. And now in the YAML file, you will see some of the blocks, section, whatever you want to call it. We call it actually stanza, but I can call it a section for make it very easy to understand. So as sections will be like hosts, okay, and then there'll be one tasks, okay. So this is the two section. There will be many sections actually, but this is the two most important one, okay. So now in the playbook is YAML file, and this will contain multiple plays. I repeat, multiple plays. Play means play means example of play is this one. That means host section and task section. Okay. Before discussing further, let me show you one example. Ansible playbook example DevOps school, and look at this. See, this is the one playbook. What we have? Host and task. So this is the YAML file. Are you getting it? Yes. Okay. Now the question is, in the host section, what you will put it. So here you will have localhost, which you know, host means where you want to run, or group name, okay, or localhost or group name. So localhost you understand, but what is a group name? So if you remember last session, we discussed about group name, little bit of it. Here you see group in inventory, right? Let me show you that notes also. Here you see web group. This is a group. Here we were running some commands like all. All is a group. All is a inbuilt group. All means all server of inventory file. But when we say web, means only the web servers. This is the inventory content. So here it will contain the local host or group name. Now tasks will contain, see here, S mean contain what? Multiple task. Task 1, task 2, task 3, like that. But what is a task? Task is nothing but it's a module and its parameter. That's all. In playbook we call it a task coming from the modules and parameter. So like that, let's say if you want to run 30 tasks, so you will write here 30 tasks, or you want to organize your task in a proper way, 15 tasks in one play, 15 tasks in another play. Are you getting it? Hello, are you getting it?
Yeah, yeah. So this task will be of the same kind of task, or it will be like different?
It can be any task which you want to perform in the server. For example, apt, shell script, file, copy, services, package, which we discussed last time. Let me remind you. Uh, See, these are the tasks: apt, copy, service. There are more than 1,000 tasks, right? It depends on you what you want to do in the server, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the way. So now let me show you one example code. So again, same requirement, and look at this. This is the example for task. Look at this. Here, this is the naming playbook. Host web, that meant inventory. You should have a host. Let me show you inventory. I think I created last time. Here it is. One machine. This is the machine. Okay, I think IP address got changed today. So this is the IP address. I have to modify inventory file. Done. Okay, so that is the host web. Now what are the tasks? Same task which we tried using ad hoc commands. Ansible apt module parameters, copy module parameter. Index.html should be there in the current directory. Let me create it. Touch index.html vi index.html. This is your software. H1 welcome to DevOps School. Done. And then services. So same thing. Let me copy, and this you name it whatever you want. Web.yaml. Okay, and then save it. Now the question is, how do we run it? So remember, ad hoc commands, you used Ansible command line, but for the playbook you will use playbook hyphen Ansible hyphen playbook. So multiple utilities we have here. Now you will run inventory, so hyphen I inventory, okay, and then web.yaml. Now you can pass authentications here also, but I saw that in inventory it was hard coded, so no need to pass. So now this way, just imagine you can run hundreds of tasks in one go. See here. Done. One machine it was. There is one failure actually for copying the task. What is a failure? Index.html failed changed destination. So here it says var www html is not writable, and in a one way it is true, because normal user will not be able to write into this file. Yeah, so it is old file, I guess it is not able to write it. So what do we do in this case? Nothing.
Provide the
Just
permission.
so either you can add a permission there, or here also you can add it. Rerun that. It will should run this time. Done. Done. And I deployed my server, and now if I go to So this is the playbook. So what you have to do? You have to write something like this. Now you will say, Rajesh, how do I write very effectively this one? So Ansible has made your work very easy. In the last session, I taught you how to identify your module and its parameter. For that, there's nothing you have to do. Only thing you have to try manually. Many people do not try manually, directly jump to the automation. That is a bad thing. Try manually, and then once you do it, you will find the modules for each of these step, whatever. But this, how can we put it? So you don't have to do that. Just type old method Ansible module copy. Any module you'll go, any module. At the end of it, you will find examples. Copy. And see, they have given you example. Just you have to copy and paste and change the parameter. Now you can change the parameter only if you have that knowledge. See, manual knowledge. So you can every modules you have a same way example. Copy whole things like this and use it. The only thing you have to see is space. This is YAML file, so there's a many linting tools are available, but this you have to work with it. Got it, all of you? All of you?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, now let's put a little bit of advanced topic. So you can write a playbook. Playbook is just nothing but a script kind of it, right? Code, programming language. It's like a code, right? And whenever there is a code, if you go and learn any language, you will learn many other things. For example, you will learn variables. You will learn conditioning, how to set the conditioning. You will also loop through. You will also use function, right? Many things. So same way we have to learn those things as well. So I'm going to tell you how to set variables in playbook, conditioning, looping, template, handler, files. So these are the things which I need to teach you. Okay. Why these are the things? Because once you start doing the real coding, you need this one actually. So now the question is, how do I set variables? Let me tell you, variables is a very broad topic in Ansible. Why? Because in Ansible, variables can be set more than 30 places. Ansible, variables, DevOps, school. So you can set variables more than 30 places. But right now, you don't need to get confused with those 30 places, because if you try to learn everything, then you will stuck in one tool only. So try to learn the things which you can use it for managing your coding. Okay, so I'm not going to show you all 30 places. That is a pretty huge list, but I'm going to show you how to use variables in playbook. This is my playbook and how do we use it. So let me copy one code and tell you. So here, this is the code for Ubuntu, which is sufficient for me. Okay, so in this code, I'm going to show you how to set the variables. Look at this. Earlier I said Play has a host and tasks, which you know that. But Play has also one section called vars. Vars s whenever you see that means list. So vars means variables, and here you can set variables. For example, my name, age, package name, service name. So here you define the variable. Got it? Here you define the variable. Now the question is, once you define the variable, how do we use it? So in Linux we use dollar sign kind of it, right? PHP we also use dollar sign. But in Ansible you have to use curly braces. See here. So this is the one of the simplest way to declare variable. This is the simplest way to use the variable. See here, few more places, my name, age. So this is the one of the way to set the variable in playbook. Okay, one of each out of 30. Now you say, Rajesh, I don't like this approach, putting all the variables in the YAML file where we have a task file, because if the list of variables will become too high, then this will be very irritating. Basically, you are saying best programming practices, good programming practices. Then nothing else you have to do. You have to, instead of using vars, you can use var files. Okay, and then create some files where you want to put the variables. See here, and then whatever the variables you want to put it up. And here my name is 9. I mean my age is become 19. Done. So it's all about the efficiency. This is working, but this is also working. Okay. Now then you'll say, Rajesh, can it be possible where the user should feed the values of the variable when I run the playbook using commands? So in that case, yes, this is the option. Vars prompt, variable name version, the text will be shown you on a command line, and then you can enter it and then use it. This is the variable. So yeah, many options you have it. So 3 options I showed you at top. Are you okay with that?
Can you give the example of where's prompt? How we are providing
Uh,
the input of the user?
I will, this is the example only. I will run,
Oh,
then
okay.
you'll see that. This is
Got
the
it.
example.
Mm.
Yeah, I will run that, you will see that. Okay, so vars
Sure.
prompt. Okay, so now these are the 3 places. Now some situation might occur, okay, some situation might occur where you want to change the variables values during task runs. See, these variables will be set for entire task. Mind it, entire task. Okay, but some variables you need only during the task run. What do you do in this case? In that case, you will use one, and that is this one. That means if you have a task related variables which you want to include at certain place, then everything from here it will be initialized from the values from this file. So remember, this is the one example which has everything in one go. You will don't have to search for the internet. So this is the one. So this is another YAML file where you have a variable just like that. I set it up here or this place, this file. Okay, and then you can run this. So this is one more method which you have. Now we'll say, Rajesh, I want the values of variable derived from run. Yeah, task run. I don't want to set the values. I want the values to be set dynamically during the task run. How do we do that? So in that case, you have to look for one thing which is called this one. Look at this. Here what will happen? The modules can be anything, mind it, modules can be anything. This is important, registered. So in this code, what will happen? Shell is a module, will run certain commands, try to find out the text file in the directory which is called root Ansible, and whatever the output of find, which will be set as a value for find output. It's a dynamic one. Getting my points? All of you? Hello?
Yeah,
Did I?
so basically it's finding that find output file
The
name, right?
output of this command will set the value of this. How? Because of this. Simple.
Mm.
Dynamic association. Okay. So these are the 5 methods which you can use to set values, variables in playbook. So let me show you that how to use it. Same module apt package name Apache 2. It's a variable uses. Okay. Here if you see variable uses service name. Now this is an interesting module. So see, any programming language you learn, you see printf or echo, correct? Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So in Ansible, this is a debug module, and debug module will print the variable on your console only. So here I am trying to print my name directly on the console. This is I don't need right now because anyways I'm loading one here. Or you can also do one thing. You can ignore this one and load this one all. It's up to you. I mean, you can load all of it, but too many load will confuse you the flow. So the file is done. So this I'm loading during the task run. In this file, my name, my age is 19. Remember. Now this is again a debug module to print my name and age. So here you are printing the string my name age, my name and my age is age. Okay. Here again you are using the debug module to printing the version of it. Okay. So version variable, which I think we are setting somewhere. Where we are setting? Here. This is the prompt. Okay. And then finally, this all four modules we have for dynamic variables. Here, this will set the values of find underscore output. Find underscore output has a wide value, so it will show you a complete one. But particular section, if you want to print or particular value you want to send, it's an array basically it will give you. So this is the techniques to run this. So if you have understood this code, can I run this, all of you? So vi web1.yaml, save it and run your playbook. One, done. See here, this is a prompt. I think someone also wanted to see that. So which version do you want? So here you see 22, 11. And now same code, but only the debug module too many, just to show you. So see here, one debug module is my name. Here version, age 19, because at a task level you have to 19, remember, priority is more. And there is one failure. What is this failure? I don't know. Okay. So this command is failed in this command. Why? Because root Ansible was not there. So what is directory? I have to change this, and then I have to create one fake file, file1.txt, file2.txt, fake file I'm creating. So let me change this code, root Rajesh, and save it. Rerun this. Something done. Now I want to show you the, see, this was the output of the find command. Okay, remember. Now you see it's a basically dictionary, correct now? And it's a dictionary. So how do you print that dictionary? So here, if you want to print only the first one, this one. So here you got it. And if you want more, here you get it. STD lines here. See here, code STD outlines. STD outlines. This is the one. So this way you can print this. So this is the way you can use the variables in the playbook. All of you are comfortable? Any questions?
No, I think we need to do one practice from our side that will give more clear understanding.
Yeah. Okay. So now next topic is conditions. Once you are writing a program, you have to write a condition. How do you do that? So variables you have understood. Remember, conditioning we do based on the variables only. So this variables is your variables which is custom variable. But you know what? Ansible also has a set variables which dynamically it set it up after reading the host server. Okay, after reading the host server, where how it is set up. So see, you are running some script in some server. So that server where you are running the script playbook, that has a host name, architecture, kernel detail, network information, many things we have it. So in Ansible, we call it a fact variable. Fact means the something which you cannot change it. See, these are the things you can change it in your code, but fact variable you cannot change it. So how do you get to know which are the fact variable? Okay, so there is a one module which will help you called setup module. Setup module will help you to print all the fact variable. Now the fact variable, setup module will run every time when you run playbook. You can disable it this run, but it will run by default. If you see that I run this playbook just few seconds ago, and then have you seen anywhere fact module has run or not?
No. Oh, yes, the gathering facts. Yeah.
Yeah, this module I did not have in, see, my first module is Apache APT, correct now? But which will start from here. But
Hmm.
I have a fact module here which did run without asking me. I did not specify. How come? So that has run actually and gather all the fact variables values. Now you say, okay, I want to know which are the fact variable value. No problem. Just run one setup module manually and you will get to know. Ansible -m setup, where you are running in localhost, and any variable. See here, these all are fact variable, means fact of the system. You cannot change it. These variables starting with Ansible underscore. Please remember Ansible underscore. Okay. So for example, if
So
you want
basically,
to know,
Basically, these are the system variables. Right?
System variable, but we call it fact variable in Ansible.
Okay.
Okay, so system fact, you say whatever the information over the system. Grep, what you want, OS, and see here there's so many things has come on the OS. Mine should be Debian. Here it is, OS family Debian. Okay, so this is the, remember, don't get confused, this is a string. Okay, this is a string, but if you see, this is the what, this is the dictionary. Okay, this is a string, this is again a string, and this is the list format. So those, you, if you have learned any programming language one,
Uh, a
then
scope and cost should be kind of dictionary, right? There is like colon is there, like key and value.
no, dictionary here, key and value. The
Okay.
moment you get, oh, let me show you, this is the one variable. Now
Yeah.
this is the whole dictionary. Okay, why?
Correct.
See, key value, key,
And complete
and
value.
feature is itself is a dictionary,
Mm.
but feature is a key for this feature, I mean this dictionary. Okay, so
Mm.
this way is a conceptual YAML specification. And if you want to see the list, here it is a list
Yeah. Correct. Okay.
here. Okay, so yeah, understand that. So now my question was something else. So fact variable, sorry, conditioning. So conditioning means you can use your custom variable to set the check that, or you can use your what do you say, fact variable also, which I showed you. Anything you can use it. Now the question is how to use it, and that is very easy. Okay, so Ansible, type conditioning, conditions, and put the DevOps school, and just one example. Oh no, this is an older one. Hmm. So one example is sufficient for you. Look at this. So this is a CentOS code. I want Ubuntu. Here it is Ubuntu, because my operating system is Ubuntu. Okay. So here, just I want to look only this line. That's all. Your conditioning is done. Okay. So here it's not like if, else, or something like that, because it's not a programming language, it's a declarative language, right? So here what will happen when this fact variable, operating system is Debian, and Linux, run this code. If it is false, it will not run it. Let me show you. Only this code is sufficient. Vi cond.yaml, and here I set the Ansible system Linux 1, which is not true. Okay, Debian is correct. Just now I set now Debian is correct. I'm gravy Ansible system C Linux. So I said Linux 1, which is not true. So it should not run. Okay. So cond I am running. Enter. And you see here, read this. Skipping. Why? Because condition is not met. Understood?
Yes.
So when is the best way to add condition? You can use fact variable or the custom variable, whichever you want. Okay, next one is loop.
So In conditioning, we only use when, or we have also alternative for else. If something will not work,
N-
it will
no,
be
no, no, we don't have. That's a declarative language, no constraint.
okay.
We don't have if and else. We have only when. That's all. There
Okay.
is a one more. We have a for, but it's aligned with the Python programming. So which I don't want to confuse you too much. So this is a, you say 90% of your requirement will be served by when. Simple way. Okay,
Okay.
so loop. How do we loop it? Loop means what? Loop means, let's say I want to run this module 5 times, 10 times, multiple times. How do we do that? So that is also very simple. Ansible looping DevOps school. Okay, so here and now, just I want to show, just I want to make you understand only one thing. Just selected code, read it. Okay, so if you see that there is one variable, there is one list. Okay, list. Okay, I'm not using this variable by the way in the code actually. Okay, so you can ignore this one as well. Here we have, just look at this code. There is one module called yum which will work in the CentOS, and then using this module I want to install 3 package. So you have option 1, you declare 3 time yum, so git httpd and ntp, or you use with items. So that means in YAML with Ansible, with item is your kind of loop, and here first it will run git, second this, third one. Let me show you the demo for it. Ubuntu code I keep it usually, but I think it's not there. No problem. So I will make it quickly. Okay, so variable is not needed. Now here apt and git apache 2, package name is ubuntu, and ntpt. I think it should be okay. And with item, so this is the 3 items, and here your module, out of which when you use with items, remember with items, that means here this is the hard coding value you have to declare. Item is a reserved keyword in Ansible. Okay, something like your each variables will be stored with this one. So remember, only when you want to loop something with item, an item, that's all. Let me run this code. Vi loop dot yaml and run this. So 3 modules it should get installed. You see, git apache 2, and last one is ntp. I don't know whether there's a package correct name or not. Sometime package name is different. ntpd, okay, it was correct one. Installed it, actually it was not installed. So done.
So item could be different variable name, or it should be only item.
No, this is a fixed one, reserved
Okay.
keyword actually. You
Hmm.
cannot change
Okay.
this one.
What
Here
is
you
the
can
state
change.
latest?
This is the arguments for apt, no,
Okay.
arguments,
Hmm.
module arguments. This is a module, and argument is this one. This is arguments. The value is coming from, for this argument is from item here.
Instead of latest, we provide earliest. I mean something, or it will like only latest. It should be.
This is a, let me show you. Ansible module state, you forgot, right? State will be for every module there is a state. So here we have a latest, present, removed, all these things state, right? What you want to do. So parameters, every module see here. So
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, correct.
absent, latest, fixed, present. This is the default present.
Latest version. Okay.
Okay, so this is the way. Now what is the next thing? So after the looping, you have to use template. So this is important one. Okay, this is an important one. So let me show you this. See here, this is the code I'll run. Okay, this is the code, and I'm going to run this. Here it is. No, here, and let me check this. Yeah, I want you to observe one thing. See, this is the variable, right? And here I want to use this variable, which is my name and age. Please remember, I want to use this variable, which is my name and age, in the file used in the playbook, which is index.html. And see, my bad. I'm not using this variable in playbook. I'm using it, but also I want to display in the files. Please mind my state sentence. Files used in the playbook, which is index.html, files used in the playbook. And now I want to run web.yaml, web1.yaml, and I want to see that if really it got interpolated or not. My name and age got printed or not. Okay, so now I will see, go and check, refresh. See, no, it did not got printed. So that is the problem. What you are trying to do, in a real scenarios, what you will try to do, I'll tell you. Simple use cases I'm explaining to you. This is you, okay, and this is your ACS server, and this is your dev environment, and this is a QA environment. Okay, one example, in a dev environment you want to run Apache on 82, for example, just a creating scenario, and here you want to run Apache on 85. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to change the default Apache port number, right? So
Correct.
code will be same, and you want to change in the files of Apache and restart the services, then only it will change, otherwise it will not change. Correct.
Correct.
But how do you change from your code, because it's not changing that? Here you see I set some variables, it's not changing. How do you do that? How can we change that? And that is where the next topic which is coming, which is called template. Template is a concept. Using that you interpolate the files, basically dynamically generate the lots of files based on the variables value. See, let's say you go and use Facebook, Amazon, all these things. These all are templates. They don't write millions of pages. Template has been set, database, they will fetch the variables value and keep generating a pages which you see that, right? So like that. So template has to be used. Now the question is, how do we use it? So this is also very simple. Okay, just type Ansible template DevOps school, and here one example I'm going to copy. This is CentOS, Ubuntu is this one. Okay, look at this code. Here we have variable, no need to discuss now. This is getting installed. This is copying the index.html, fine. And here server is being stopped, services. And here the port, this is the template module. This is something which is most important. What do you want? So you wanted to change the port number. Here you see variable port 81. By default it runs on 80, right? But you wanted to change 81. So you use template module. How it works? So let me tell you here. So first thing, remember rule number one. First thing, any file you want to interpolate, you have to have a template file. And in Ansible we call it Jinga2 file. So let me copy this Jinga2 file. So cp enter dot. See, this is the file I copied, and I'll convert into Jinga2 file. So mv dot g2. That is a condition number one. Now any variable you want to change in this file, so go and modify that and interpolate it. Listen, 80 is a default port. That's all. So this will be modified. I change this port. Correct. Done. So this is the second thing. Third thing, you have to use the template module. Remember, I repeat, if you want to if you want to interpolate the files using the Ansible, you have to use template module. Template module, for that you need to have a Jenga file which I created, and then this is the source. This file will be taken from the local to this destination, but the difference between the template and copy, remember, copy will not interpolate. Template will interpolate. Got it? Let me show you. So here vi template.yaml, run this. Okay, so here I'm going to run this template file. Temp, done. And you see this time I'm changing the port number. You can use, see, there's a hell lot of use cases for that, and somewhere here I change this. So now you see that my Apache is running on 80 port or not. Refresh, it's not running. See, but if I run 81, done. Okay, so 81. Now you want to change this one also. Let me change this. So go to here, use, and Jinga 2, correct now? And remove this, it's not needed anymore. So index 2, Jinga 2 have to create. Cp Jinga 2, done. Now I will interpolate that file also. So let me copy this code Okay, my name I have to embed, right? One second. My name, Rajesh, age 16. So this is the way. Now I'm able to I'll be able to interpolate that file also. Done. And this one, run this. Done. And now refresh. Done. So template is a very powerful concept in Ansible. Using that, you can interpolate many things. Understood? All of you?
Yes.
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. Okay. So now next thing is handlers. What is handlers? So let me explain it to you through some code. Okay. Okay. So this is the code which you are comfortable. Now handlers is a section in YAML file. If you see that at the bottom, you will find it. Handler is a section just like a task, vars, host. It's like a section. You can see very clearly. Now next thing is what handlers will contain. So handler will contain task just like a task section. See here. Here you have a task. Each task is a module and parameter. So handlers also will contain task only. Multiple task. Remember handlers S means multiple. Tasks means multiple. Like that. Then you will say what is the difference between task and handlers? So see, when you run the playbook, only the task will run, handler will not run. Then you'll say, why do we use that? Why we keep it if it's not running in the playbook? So handler task has a special situation to run. What is a special situation? See, I'll tell you. Have you seen this here? Okay, okay. That okay means no change. Change means there is a change. Okay means no change. Change means there is a change. So change, this is the functionality, we call it idiom potency, correct? Remember? Correct?
Yeah.
So if there is a changed, good, it has changed. If there is a okay, means there is no requirement for change. Everything was as it was as per your Ansible file. So what is a handler task? So for handler task, first thing you have to write this. Second thing, this will run. I please listen me carefully. This task will run when calling task. There is a one handler. There is one master for this task, which is calling task, which is here. How to? This is the notify. So calling task have state changed true, which is changed. So in this case, if you see, there is a task. These are the tasks which will run. But if this task change is equal to true, then this code will call the tasks in handler, whereas this is equal to this one. Name must match. So in this case, what will happen? Let's understand the logic. Here I am installing the Apache HTTPD. Here I am copying the index.html. Here I'm starting the services, and here I am modifying the configuration file for Apache. Remember that if you deploy this file, you don't need a Apache restarter, do you? No, it's static file. But if you change the configuration file for Apache, you need a restart, right?
Yeah, for changes, it has to be restarted.
Restart it. So what you can do, you can simply put this code somewhere here, but this is not good. Why this is not good? Because you know what? If even though there is no change anywhere, it will restart again and again. That's a bad practice, correct?
Yeah,
So what when we want the restart? When
there is
there is a
something
change.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is where is handler is being used. So again, handler is a section in playbook. It contains task, but it will run only and only when calling task has changed true. That is the use case. That's all. Clear?
So it will identify the changes automatically, the handler task.
That is a Ansible's job now.
Oh, okay. Internally it's doing.
Yeah. Ansible jobs to find out the state, right? Change or not.
Okay. Mm.
So that's a handler. So now all these are the practices which we use it in the playbook I discuss about. Files is nothing but this is the files basically. Here you are using this is the files. You are using some files and all. Okay. So now the question is, why did I talk about variables, conditioning, looping, template, handlers, and files? Files using this. So because this is the way you can mature your code. Now you know what? When you start writing a code for the real projects, in real time, you will have a hell lot of variable files. Hell lot of variable files. You get crazy. You will have too many templates, different templates, and you get crazy managing it. I'm saying management problem. Management problem. You will have handler task also, and you get crazy. It's all about the management issue. And many files also you will, I'm using only one file, which is easy. But in real time, 20, 30 files use. You get mad who's calling from where it is coming, where it's going. So it will irritate you. Okay. So how do you manage your code effectively? So in the programming practices, when your program become complex, how do you manage it? Anyone would like to comment on it? Once, let's say you write a Java,
Uh,
Python, CC.
we have to create a different modules just like function, and where it is required, you can call that
Correct.
particular.
Okay, so there's a one thing which we use it function. Correct. Agree. Second thing, classes. Remember classes. Different classes. We don't put everything in one class. We
Yeah.
design the classes, right? Then third thing, packages. With small packages we create and make it interdependent. Correct now?
You can import that.
Right. Import that. Wonderful. So yeah, that is how we manage that programming complexity. But here also, if I start writing a code in real time, I will have a challenges. I get irritated. But it's not about you. Probably you can manage it also if it's owned by you. But your code will be used by someone else also, system also, CI/CD also, other DevOps engineer also. So he will get crazy, saying that, hey, dude, you are putting this so many variables here and there. It's working for you, but it's confusing me. Or maybe templates, or maybe handlers. So how do we manage it? How do we manage it? And that is where the last topic of Ansible is coming, and that is called roles. Roles. So don't get confused. Roles sometimes it look like a permission roles or something like that, but in Ansible it is not a roles. That role. Okay. So what is a role? So roles is nothing but a directory structure. Okay. Understand that directory structure to manage what? To manage tasks file, where's task basically, not file, tasks, where's template, files used in the playbook, and handler. So this is the directory structure. Okay, nothing else. This is the directory structure. So how do you create a role and how do we use it? The steps are very simple. Let me show you. Here there is one command which we use to create a role structure. Ansible Galaxy. This is the command. Now what I want to do, create role. Now what is the role name I want to create it? Web. Bad command. Ansible Galaxy. Hold a second. Ansible Galaxy role init, I guess. I forgot the command. Yeah. So web. So if you go web directory, you see the web directory got created, and run the tree. See, tree is not there in this machine. Let me install it. And then see, look at this. I said, very simple thing, understand that. No need to complicate and stretch many hours for this. I said a role is a directory which has a certain directory structure to manage what? Task. Variable. Oh, my bad. This is a variables. This is a variables. Task. All the template. All the files used in the playbook. And all the handlers here. Handlers. Got it? All
Yes.
of it. So this is the management skill. It's not nothing great, okay? Whatever the playbook last time used, it will work. But when it comes for managing the resources effectively, that is where we use the roles. And this is the roles we have to create. I mean, we have to feed that. So let me feed that data, all this. So guys, here I have a code already. This is the variables. Let me, so vi vars main.yaml. Done. See, if you know YAML, you will understand that semantic spacing. So that will work. Now these are the tasks I'm having. Only task, okay? Main.yaml. Little bit spend time on YAML. Done. So easy, right? And this is the task for handlers. Vi. Done. Now there is one file which I'm using in this code, index.html. Correct? So cp index.cp index. Oh, it's there in back directory. cp index.html to web files, copy. There is a one template I'm using. I my bad. This is a CentOS code. No problem. I have to change this. I have to change this. So vi web tasks main.yaml. And done. Okay, handler task also have to change this. So handler task, this will work. Okay, so handler task will, oh, Apache HTTPD, I have to change this package name. That's why we have to do manually first before writing the code, because package names are different in different operating system. Apache 2, done. So that is done. Now one thing which is pending, which is here, this one, port dot, so cp port dot web and template, done. Now you go, everything whatever I write, I convert it into done. You see here, templates are here, files used in the template, playbook is here. I put all the variables here. You can put it up here also. And templates, tasks are here, handlers are here, done. And this role will set up your web server. Are you clear?
Yes.
How do we run this? So you need a one one playbook to call this role. What is that? Let me show you. We usually, the file which call the roles, we call it a site.yaml. Okay, that's a practice. So here instead of task, it will become a roles, and one, two, I hope so. And what is the directory name? Web. Yep, correct. And vi site.yaml. This is a practice, okay? And I'm calling the web directory, web group, save it and run this. Oh, come on. Ansible playbook hyphen I inventory and site.yaml hyphen b. Done. See, your playbook is ready to, tested. There's some error and port is not defined. Okay, that was my bad. So I'll go and vi web default main.yaml port 80. I'm setting up 80. Okay. There's age. Okay. And there's one more age. What is this? 12. Save it. Done. Now my role is ready, and in this one directory only I have everything. What I will do, I will zip this directory and give it to my team or anyone else. It's so easy, right? Everything you have in the web only. He will change
Okay.
only inventory file because his inventory will be different, right? Mine is different. Inventory means host and user ID and password.
Correct.
Code will be same, and I can share the code. He will create only site.yaml inventory and run this whole code. Complexity is gone. He will not shout at me. Correct? All of you are understanding? Any questions? Okay. So now I will tell you one good news. If you have understood all the Ansible so far, then I'll give you one good news, and that is if you understand Ansible, then you don't have to write a coding at all. See, after learning coding, I'm saying you don't need to write any code. Funny, right? So that's the reality. Uh, if you have understood, then almost all the code has been written already. Almost all the codes, and you need to go and locate those code yourself and use it. Where do you go? And then that code you will find at Ansible Galaxy. Ansible Galaxy, you have a thousands and thousands of roles has been written already by the community, and you just download it and use it. See here, 35,000 rules you have it. Can you imagine? Even if you write something which is unique, you can upload it here. Got it?
Yes.
So how do you use it? So let's say I want to install Java in Linux, and for that I don't want to write a role. I don't have a time. So I'll go and search for whatever that I needed, Java, and I will check that which is having the good downloads, which is having the ratings, latest update, everything. And then based on that, I will use it. So this guy has a very good roles. See number of downloads, and this role, sorry, this role install Java in all Linux variant, not for one version, all. So can we use it? Yeah, we can use it. How? So download this using this command. I'm downloading from the internet. Okay, and you see it got copied inside this directory. It's my local directory. Okay, are you understanding, right, all of you? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, and how do you use it? You know that very well. Site.yaml, that's all. See, I have not written even single code, and I'm able to use it within a few seconds. Run this. Done. See the beauty of Ansible. I mean, many tools actually have some beauty. If you know the programming, then you don't have to do anything else. So now your work is done. Java, this will install the Java. See, you can also see their code also. It's not, you cannot see the code. See here, this is the code. Default, task, template, vars. Same thing. This is the code which I downloaded and used it. Understood now how Ansible works?
Yeah. Yes.
See, Java is installed. So this way you can manage the configuration management using Ansible. Very easy to use. Practice it, whatever I showed you. I'll send you some of the lab and assignment which you have to practice it and then get going. Okay, then see you tomorrow's class. Bye.